Friends, enemies, hello. I had a couple different video ideas for this week, but alas, I'm house-ridden with our cat, Des. So instead, we're actually gonna do a little Q&A. I asked Instagram to give me some nice, deep questions, and we're gonna crush a couple of those today. Yep, camera died. Do you ever just okay, take it from the top. Take it from the top. What is your love language? Initially, number one was words of affirmation. And I still think that's true. I think it's definitely like one or two. But I think quality time is actually number one. Yeah, see, I almost started fucking tearing up after I said quality time. So I think that's the one, dude. Have you ever had a friend in a bad relationship and you try to get them to see it, but they won't? Yeah, honestly, I was that friend. The two things that I'm going to say are the things that applied to me. So I'm not saying this is universal, but I think for most people, this is probably the way to go. You need to love that friend. Absolutely love them to the best of your fucking ability. Show them how they should be treated. Obviously, you don't have to be romantic with them. While still holding them accountable, there's definitely ways you can check them gracefully without insulting them or their emotions. And then second, no matter what you say, your friend has to see the bad part of that relationship and the situation they've got themselves in for themselves, for them to actually ever leave that situation. Paint them the perfect little picture of how horrible of a person that they are dating is. And until they actually take that picture and they're like, ah, shit, they're literally never gonna get it. So then that is up to you as a friend and somebody who loves their friend. Can I be here and support this person without making them feel bad for the situation that they're in? And if you can't, there's nothing wrong with that. Move on and love them from afar and hope that they finally see what you saw and what everybody else probably sees. So how are you able to cope with those days you have bad self-image? I'm currently struggling. There aren't too many days where I feel super happy with my body. I know that's something that I have struggled with my whole life. Truly the only thing that ever makes me feel better about my body when I'm having a day or days or weeks where I'm just when I look in the mirror, eating better, getting some workouts in, sweating, getting in the sun, just doing things that I feel like my body's yeah, dude, I want that shit. But I think that is just part of life, is having those ups and down days about everything about yourself and everything about the world and life and your children and your parents and everything. It's part of the ebb and flow, even if we don't like it. This isn't funny. I'm just laughing, ironically. The question is, have you found any coping mechanisms that best help you with fears/pain of abandonment? Continuing to open your heart. It is the most terrifying thing, but if you continue to just put your heart on your sleeve while working on yourself, making sure you're communicating with people, keeping yourself accountable, keeping other people accountable, all knowing damn well that somebody could come along and absolutely just destroy your heart. Because what they tell me is eventually people are gonna come around who won't. And I think I'm starting to find a few, but only time will tell. Just kidding. Just kidding. Why did you leave the CrossFit gym and will you ever be back? Seems like you enjoyed it. I think the person who asked this question knows the answer to this question, but I will elaborate anyway. It took a bit for me to actually see it, but I definitely think I was ready to go a few months before I actually left. I think once I moved in with Justin, the drive was 30 minutes. I knew that my body hurt so bad and that I really needed to cut back on CrossFit. But for some reason, I just had this intense need to continue to go and continue to get better. No matter what I did, physical therapy, stretching, huge, ginormous, insane warm-ups, doing everything I can to continue to train 5 days a week, 6 days a week sometimes. Amongst all that, I had a situation with somebody, I think most of it was really just miscommunication, and I did my best with the tools that I had to communicate. But at the end of the day, I love people so hard, and I was definitely stupidly codependent on every single relationship I had at that gym and my gym schedule. It was just in my best interest to leave. How's the old school RuneScape grind going? Dude, it's going so good. I think I'm a level 83 combat. What's something you wish you could tell your younger self, 19 to 21? Honestly, I would just tell her that she's crushing it. I would just tell her that she's doing a great fucking job in life. What is a skill that you wish you had? In all seriousness, I wish I could dance. And I don't mean like,
Nice.
like, I mean like actually like fucking get down to some like choreography. Was it hard to force yourself to go to therapy for the very first time? Did you have many long talks with yourself before it, like I can handle this on my own, I don't need this, I'm okay, nothing is wrong with me, etc.? Generally, did you have any resistance from yourself? I'm asking because I have a lot of baggage from the past decades and I still feel I should go, but something inside me can't let me. I have been going to therapy for so long now that I know talking to my therapist when I feel like I should talk to my therapist, like I just know it's never gonna be a bad decision and I'm always gonna walk out of there feeling better. But I will say this, when I was in a relationship for 5 years, I knew that that person that I was with wasn't my person forever. I was too nervous to leave for a multitude of reasons. So I went to therapy and same therapist I'm going to now. I have this beautiful life, seemingly this beautiful relationship, but I'm absolutely fucking miserable. And then I think that was the last time I saw her for like 2 or 3 years until I broke up with him and then I went back. I knew the answer, I just didn't want to admit it. So I ignored you so I didn't have to think about it and stayed in my little denial land. So take that as you will. Ooh, would you rather be able to control time or fly? 100% fly, dude. I'm not fucking with time. No, no, no. Ooh, what are your thoughts on people who are still friends with their ex? I think this is so dependent on the person, dude. I do think there are exceptions on people who have dated and they've been like, yo, hold up. I don't know what we were thinking, like we're way better as friends. I definitely think there are situations where that can happen. And I think it also depends on what you like mean by friends. Like I have an ex who we still follow each other on social media, send each other memes that pertain to like our common interests. I don't know, dude, we dated for a month, he broke up with me and I was sad at first, but then I was like, you know what, actually? But if you are dating somebody who has a relationship with their ex and they are at all shady about it, if you're dating somebody who's shady about anything, and I mean like shady, not just like keeps to themselves. I mean like shady. You know what I'm talking about. Tess has been in the same position for like 3 hours and Troy was sniffing her weird. So I'm just making sure she's alive. What's the toughest mental challenge you've had to overcome? I think so far, time and time again, it is just like staying true to myself, I guess, when like everybody tells me otherwise or that I'm stupid or a fool, and like believe that the things that I feel and like the things that I know and want are real. Cause that, man, it is so easy to get lost in the sauce. Okay, and last question, and I love this one. Current song on repeat. Oh We by the Wanton Bishops. Just go listen to it. Thank you for listening to me talk about my silly little life and my silly little feelings. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.